Good afternoon. George Cavaligos for HFT Bonds. And you can hear the great central banker of our times, Ben Bernanke, the printer in charge of the... No, it's fine, man. You can leave him going. We can all hear the chairman in the background. Not one of my favorites, obviously. I'm an old hard money guy, you know. This QE stuff, there will be unintended consequences at some point down the road from this. And the idea that the Treasury can sell U.S. debt and the Fed will buy it to finance the deficit just boggles the mind. And this too will end badly, I guess is the comment I wanted to make here. But we're traders. We're going to look at the markets here. And again, we saw the markets hit important resistance levels here. The 10-year failed at the bottom of that gap again today. It wasn't a blatant failure, but the fact that we couldn't get a little bit above that 7 plus area and get into the gap at 8 to 10 leaves me a little bit concerned about further upside here. You guys looked at the email I sent out yesterday. You know, I think short term we got to be pretty positive. Fed's buying a lot of bonds and notes this week in their POMOs. There's no auctions. Small spec accounts are way too short. And you know, if you make a list of the bulls and the bear arguments, I think the bull argument's still a little bit in the lead here right now. But I'm looking for a bit of a pullback overnight. We did see some pullback intraday. We went from 132.07 in the 10-year and 146.02, which is just a tick below the C equals A objective at 146.03. And the bonds all the way down. The bonds went down to 146.09. The 10-year went back down to what, 31, and is holding some kind of short-term support there right now. I think we can go a little bit lower. Remember, we've been seeing that consistent selling during the Asian market hours. I think the lows were made last night at, I want to say 10 o'clock Chicago time. That's early Asian hours. Sometime in that 8 o'clock to 1, 2 o'clock Chicago time frame is when these lows have been being made overnight. And I think we'll see the same thing again tonight. I'd love to see 132.27, I'm sorry, 131.27 on the 10-year and 143.31. Those are previous fourth wave lows. If my count on the upside is going to take, you know, a 5-wave count pattern. And on some of these charts, I already see a 5-wave pattern off of the lows from Friday. So I'm kind of looking for some further backing and filling here. Again, you know, I was looking for that 27 level again and that 31 level last night. We didn't quite get there. I actually left a small bid at 27 in the 10-year last night and didn't get there. Came in this morning and was a bit frustrated. I think I had kind of a crummy day on Friday, and I tend to take a day off from trading after a bad day to try and get my head squared back on. I also was very frustrated with not being able to get the video out. I came in yesterday afternoon when I sent that email out. I also did a video highlighting these levels for the overnight trade, and I didn't get that video out until like 9 o'clock this morning. I was having all kinds of technical issues with this stuff. So let's hope this video goes out on time and you guys get it before, you know, the overnight session reopens here. So that's the game plan. Remember to sell it into the POMO. Again, this morning we put the highs in a little bit earlier than, you know, the POMO. The POMO is coming at what, 9:15 to 10 o'clock. We put the highs in the treasuries this morning at what, 7 o'clock, 6:50, 7 o'clock. So be a little preemptive, I think, is what you know, I'm trying to say here in terms of getting out of your longs. If the market's going to make a higher high, give it to them. I kind of think we could just see a retest of today's highs into the POMO tomorrow morning. Don't look for new highs on a Tuesday trade. I think what we'll see is a retest at most of today's highs, and you might even want to look at the fib retracements of the sell-off that we saw from whatever lows we put in tonight back to this morning's highs. I'm looking maybe, you know, if this low right now at 31 holds in the 10-year, I'd say a good retracement area be up around at 5.5, 6 level. And on the bonds, you're probably looking at 145.30, maybe, you know, even a little bit sooner than that, around that 145.27 level to pitch out your longs tomorrow if we do get, you know, the dip overnight that I'm looking for. Okay, game plan. Let's work it. We'll have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.